The Olympics, an event hailed as the ultimate celebration of global unity and human achievement. The Games are often acclaimed as economic powerhouses, promising job creation, tourism booms, and urban regeneration. But is this really the case? What if I told you that beneath this glittering facade lies a multi-billion-dollar machine built on financial exploitation, broken promises, and a hidden agenda? Today, we're going to expose the shocking truth behind the Olympics' billion-dollar profits. We'll reveal who's really getting rich, how host cities are left in financial ruin, and why the Olympic dream might just be a dangerous illusion. But before we move forward, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about the International Olympic Committee, or the IOC, an organization that wields incredible power and influence. Some even say it's more powerful than the governments of the countries that host the Games. And with power, as you may imagine, comes profit. The IOC has mastered the art of turning the Olympics into a money-making machine, but not for the benefit of everyone involved. Did you know the International Olympic Committee is the organization behind the Olympics? Over 70% of the IOC's revenue comes from selling broadcasting rights, with deals so lucrative that networks like NBC paid an eye-watering of almost $8 billion for the exclusive rights through 2032. But here's the catch. Only a fraction of this money ever makes it to the host cities. The rest? It's pocketed by the IOC and its partners, fueling a financial empire that critics say is built on the backs of taxpayers and local economies. Then there are the corporate sponsors. Big companies like Coca-Cola, Visa, and Samsung pay hundreds of millions to associate their brands with the Olympics. But while they bask in global exposure, the cities that host the Games are often left to pick up the pieces. We'll get into that dark side in just a moment. Hosting the Olympics is sold as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a chance for cities to shine on the world stage, to boost their economies, and to create lasting legacies. But is that really the case? It may be at some point during the event, but the truth is far more sinister. Take Rio 2016. Brazil poured over $13 billion into the Games, with promises of economic revitalization. Yet today, many of the venues are abandoned, and the city has been drowning in debt. Critics argue that instead of uplifting the city, the Olympics left behind a legacy of financial ruin and unfulfilled promises to the whole country. Athens 2004 was even worse. The city spent over $11 billion. That, adjusted for inflation, would be more than $18 billion today, a financial burden that some believe played a role in Greece's catastrophic economic collapse. What was meant to be a symbol of national pride has become a graveyard of shattered dreams and wasted resources. And it's not just the financial costs. Residents of the host cities often face displacement, soaring living costs, and the loss of public spaces, as happens during the Paris 2024 Olympics around the city's most iconic spots, all to make way for Olympic infrastructure that might never be used again. With the benefits so heavily skewed in favor of the IOC and its partners, we have to ask, are these cities being exploited for profit? So, who's really profiting from the Olympics? Certainly not the host cities or the taxpayers who foot the bill. The real winners are the IOC and its corporate allies. Despite being a non-profit organization, the IOC has amassed a financial reserve of over $2.5 billion, raising questions about where this money is actually going. Sponsorship deals and broadcasting rights flood the IOC's coffers, while host cities struggle with debt and underutilized infrastructure. The IOC claims that the money is reinvested in global sports, but the lack of transparency has led many to suspect that the organization is more focused on enriching itself and its sponsors than on supporting the athletes or the cities that make the Games possible. Public backlash is growing, with citizens increasingly questioning whether the Olympics are worth the cost. Is it time to reconsider the entire model of how the Games are run and who they truly serve? We'll dig deeper into that in our next segment. The Olympic hype machine is powerful, selling dreams of economic prosperity and global prestige. But as the dust settles and the world's attention moves on, the economic reality for many host cities is often devastating. Despite the hype, studies consistently show that the long-term economic benefits of hosting the Olympics are negligible at best. So why do cities keep bidding, The answer might lie in the powerful marketing of the Olympic dream. A dream that, for most host cities, especially those in less developed countries, turns into a nightmare. Some experts argue that cities should abandon the Olympic chase altogether, focusing instead on smaller, more sustainable events that don't leave them saddled with debt and crumbling infrastructure. But with the IOC and its allies pushing the narrative of the Olympics as a global good, will cities be able to resist the allure of the Games? The Olympics will always be a spectacle of human achievement, but it's time we face the uncomfortable truth about their financial impact. As we look ahead to future Games, we must ask ourselves, is the price of Olympic glory too high? And who is really paying it? Before we cheer on our favorite athletes, we should consider the broader implications for the host cities and their people. The Olympic dream might be more about profit than pride. Let me know in the comments which other Olympics left their havoc behind, and how long you think it takes for a city to recover after the grand event is gone. If this video made you rethink what you know about the Olympics, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Should the Olympic model change? Or is it just the price of greatness?